PTPOP here, all four lobes of my brain tied behind my back, and today I'm going to talk about how call centers can be improved. Believe it or not, I think there's a way. Hey, the call center environment can be a modern day sweatshop, and it doesn't need to be. Now I'm going to go over 10 ways, the top 10 ways I believe that they can be improved. Number 10, instead of hiring from outside the company, hire internally. Take seasoned existing employees and either move them laterally from their current position into a call center position, or take senior people or people with tenure of some sort. Well, this will be number 9, rotate full-time people in and out of the call center position like a float teller. So if you have somebody working in one department, they have to do their tour of duty for 6 months in the call center. This will give you seasoned, knowledgeable people about the product line, the procedures, and about the customers in the position, and you don't have to worry about bringing somebody in from the outside and teach them the whole new shooting match. Number 8, hire people into the position with no less than a bachelor's degree. Nothing against people with high school diplomas, but people with bachelor's degrees have a whole different set of goals and attitudes about their work and about life in general. I've seen it time and time again. When you bring in people without a certain corporate or a professional attitude, it brings down the morale around them. It brings down the work ethic. Problems arise because people aren't familiar with what's expected of them in a corporate world because they've been working at the shop down the street or the Burger King down the street and things like that. So stop bringing people in with anything less than a bachelor's degree. Number 7, if you have people come in from the outside, make sure they have call center experience and they already know or are somewhat familiar with your product line. Now, you're not going to get everybody familiar with the product line, but it's easy to find somebody with call center experience because it's going to save you tons of stress as the employee and the employer, training them and getting them on the phones and making sure they're up to speed and hitting the ground running. Number 6, bring people in who have supervisory experience and pay them what they're worth. Time and time again, I see the guy that was working at Burger King, they hire him or her into the call center at $10 an hour. Within 6 months, he gets promoted. He's a supervisor at $12 an hour, and within a year and a half, he's gone. And he has no supervisor experience, or he or she does not, and their employees are frustrated, the supervisor is frustrated, upper management is frustrated, and they're like, why do we hire this person? Number 5, regardless of the level that you bring people in, brand new, just regular call center reps that are wearing the headsets, bring them in at a reasonable starting wage, a living wage of $15 an hour. This will give them the opportunity to put food in the fridge, to pay their health insurance, their car insurance, and come to work and have daycare. Plus, the job you're going to be doing in a call center is grueling. Now, number 4, continuous training after getting on the phones. Time and time again, I've seen the training. You go in for 2 weeks of training to learn the whole catalog of products and your phone skills and all the systems, and that's it. It should be continuous training. You should be back in training like every 90 days. You should be off the phones and back in training, going over what you've already learned and then new things. This will really reduce a lot of stress on the phones. It'll reduce turnover, frustration out of not knowing the product line and being yelled at by customers when they say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about, do you? Do you? Hey. Number 3, this is really like a pipe dream, but I think the call center environment is so stressful, you really should get more than 2 15-minute breaks at 2:10. I say you should have a minimum of 4 15-minute breaks, 2 of them unpaid, and number 2, get 1-hour lunches. So you should have an hour lunch where you're completely away from the building for 1 hour, and then another hour of 15-minute breaks. So there'll be 4 15-minute breaks spread out throughout the day to give you time to recuperate from being on the phones. And number 1, if someone on the phones is not succeeding and their phone metrics are poor, they are allowed to be taken off the phone for additional training with no repercussions. And what I've seen in the past, hey, you're not getting this, are you? Why don't we go when we have a chat? And instead of helping, they don't do anything to help you. Like, hey, you're not picking this up. You got to get it together. We're going to have to write you up. Why not take the time to retrain that person? All of my 10 things here, what this does is that if you bring seasoned people in, already know the product line, already know the procedures, and already know the customers, you're going to have knowledgeable people on the phones fielding questions from customers that are already frustrated, which will calm them down because they'll know they're talking to somebody knowledgeable. If you've got new people coming in and you're paying them a decent wage, number 1, they feel devoted and dedicated to the company because you have shown some dedication to them by forking over the dough. And if you're patient with people and you nurture them and you let them grow with the company and learn the product line, they're going to be more likely to succeed. You've got to find a way to pat people on the back and say, hey, you're doing a good job. Let's see if we can help you improve. Or you're not doing so good in here. Let's see how we can help you improve with that. So these are just some of my ideas. I say primarily bring your people off of other departments, rotate them in and out of the call center, and you'll see a reduction in turnover, improved employee satisfaction, improved customer satisfaction, and you may end up spending a little bit more money, but it'll improve your bottom line because you won't be spending so much money on training on a quarterly basis. PTPOP, if you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Press subscribe. Tell your friends about this wacky channel. Take care. Bye.